And right now, we are going to start practicing the relative clauses. Okay, so what is a relative clause, guys? A relative clause are words for you to describe, as I wrote like over there. A relative clause can describe objects, places, things, people, okay, different things, okay, and it's also used when you want to give more information about something, okay, extra information, okay. So example, we have over there, I like the food that I ate yesterday. That is the relative clause. We have the second one, that is my mother, who is an excellent person, works in a great company or in a big company. Who is another relative clause. And also the last one, we have the beach is a place where is relaxing and is good for your health. Where is another relative clause, okay? So I'm going to show you a picture. What is it? Okay, I'm going to show you a picture that is about relative clauses or relative pronouns, because you can call them like relative pronouns too, okay? So first, I need you to see this picture. We have here the relative pronouns. We have who, that it is used to refer about people, okay? Who that is about people. We have which, that it's about animals, objects, or ideas. We have whose, that it's about possession. Whose this cell phone. We have that it's about people, animal, or objects. We can use where to describe places, and we use when you talk about the time and a specific time, okay? Okay, it says a relative pronouns or a relative clause refers to a noun mentioned previously. So it means that you can use a relative pronouns or a relative clause just if you have mentioned the object before, okay? And they can be used to join two sentences, or to describe something, or to give extra information, okay? Now, let's start. Relative clause. It says they give more information about a noun, a person, a place, an object, or an idea in a sentence. Example number one, Pablo. Okay, he is the man that scored the winning goal. Just the topic. Okay, they give more information about a noun, a person, okay? Or the second one, the hotel which is in front of the beach is quite expensive. Okay, so look at the first sentence and look at the second sentence. It says, he is the man that scored the winning goal. And the second one, the hotel which is in front of the beach is quite expensive. In the first one, it is necessary to add that. In the second one, it is not necessary to add which. Why not? Because in the first one, we are joining one sentence with another one. And in the second one, we are giving extra information about something, in this case, about that place. Why? Because I can just say the hotel is quite expensive. But if you want to add extra information, we say, the hotel which is in front of the beach is quite expensive. Yes? No? Okay. Example, imagine that Pablo has a car, an expensive car, and his car is color red. So you can say his car is expensive. But if you want to add extra information, you say his car that is red is expensive. We know that his car is red, but you are giving extra information because you can only say, his car is expensive. But if you want to add extra information about the noun, you can say, his car that is red is expensive. So you are adding information. And that is the second part. Okay, next. Okay. Relative clauses can begin with this word, who, that is used for person or people in this case. The woman who is in front of you smells of garlic, right? Okay, here we can say the woman smells of garlic, but which woman? That woman that is in front of you. In this case, we are giving extra information, okay? Which that is used for objects. The phone which is on the shelf is already broken. Here we are using relative clauses to give extra information, Whose, that it's about possessions. The man whose wallet was stolen is very angry.
In this case,
yes. ¿Quién? ¿Quién o quiénes? ¿Quién o quiénes? Depending on the subject pronouns. Okay, that is used for objects and for people, for a person, okay? The man that is in front of us talks too much. Or the second example, the door that doesn't work will be fixed tomorrow. We use where when we want to talk about places. The cafe where we met is being torn down. Va a ser destruido. When that it's about the time. The month when we met was very rainy. Okay? So this is about when you want to give extra information. Okay? We have defining clause, defining clauses, and undefining clauses, or non-defining clauses, relative clauses, okay? So look at here what it says. Defining relative clauses are used when you want to say, when it's necessary to say it or to mention it in a sentence. Okay? When you know that it's necessary to mention in a sentence. That is the defining relative clause. Okay? Example, she is the candidate who won the contest. Here is necessary to add who won the contest. Okay? Why? Because we are talking about her. We are describing about something about her. Okay? And non-defining relative clauses. This is used when you want to give extra information about the noun, okay, about the person, about the place, about the object, okay? Example, my friend who is an architect stopped by the class today. Here, which is the extra information? ¿Cuál es la información extra? Who is an architect? It is necessary to add who is an architect? It is necessary or is not? It is necessary? No, it is not necessary. Okay. My friend stopped by the class today. But if you want to add information, extra information, we can say who is an architect, who is my best friend, who is nice with me, who is tall. Yes? Yes? Okay now? Okay, now listen, I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you a video for you to practice the relative clauses, okay? Just let me see where this video is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share the screen just for you to listen to the video. So pay attention, please. And this video is about relative clauses, okay?
Clauses can also be called adjectives. Let's talk about relative clauses. Relative clauses can also be called adjective clauses. Relative clauses are used to give additional information. They function like an adjective. The formula is relative pronoun plus subject plus verb, or relative pronoun as a subject plus the verb. Let's look at this example. Tom is talking to a girl. Do you know the girl? Instead of repeating a girl and the girl twice, instead we can say, do you know the girl who is talking to Tom?
Okay, look at this example. It says, Tom is talking to a girl. Do you know the girl? Instead of saying girl again, here we add a relative pronouns or a relative clause, okay? It says, do you know the girl who is talking to Tom? If you notice here, we don't repeat the word girl again. Just it says, do you know the girl who is talking to Tom?
Who is a relative pronoun. Who is talking to Tom is a relative clause. Here are the relative pronouns. The relative pronouns who or whom is used to describe people. Where is used to describe places. When is used for times. That and which are used for things, and whose is used to show possession. Let's talk more about whose. We use the relative pronoun whose to show possession. For example, his book. The author, whose book I just read, is going to be in my town.
Okay, here we are adding whose to give extra information. Okay, the author whose book I just read is going to be in my town. I can just say the author is going to be in my town, but if you want to add information, we say the author whose book I just read is going to be in my town.
His ears. The boy, whose ears are big, is in my class.
Okay. The boy whose ears are big is in my class. So you can say, that boy is in my class. But if you say, which boy? That boy that is sitting down over there. Instead of saying that boy again, you can say, that boy who has big ears is in my class. And you are saying completely, right?
Her cat. The woman whose cat bit me lives around the corner. We can use the relative pronoun whose to replace the possessive pronouns his and her. Sometimes we use different relative pronouns whether we're referring to the subject or the object. For example, New York is the city that never sleeps. New York, where I went last year, is a great place. Notice we use that if the relative clause doesn't have a subject. We use where if the relative clause has a subject. In this case, the relative clause contains the subject I. Here's another example. His birthday, which is in June, is his favorite day of the year. Here we use the relative pronoun which because the relative clause does not contain a separate subject. His birthday, when he turns 12 years old, is on a Monday this year. Here we use when because the relative clause contains the subject he.
Okay. Oops. Okay, so we have different relative clauses. Okay, we have who that is used for people. We have where that is used for places. We have that is used for people or for objects. Things that is just for things. We have whose that is about possessions, and when you talk about the time. Okay, when you talk about the time. Okay. Also, the relative clauses is used to give meanings. Okay, meanings. Example. What is a cell phone? What is a cell phone? Teacher. A cell phone is a cell phone, but if you want to explain what this object is for you to another person, you use the relative clauses, okay? Example, imagine that a baby asks you, Pablo, Daniel, what is a cell phone? Have you ever heard about that? ¿Ya han escuchado que los niños preguntan, ¿qué es una moneda? ¿Qué es un televisor? ¿Qué es un pañuelo? Have you ever heard about that? ¿Ya han escuchado que les pregunten eso o que pregunten eso los niños a otras personas? Sí. Yes? Okay, so let's start. Okay. We use relative clauses as I told you. One, to give information. Two, to give extra information. Two, that is necessary in a sentence. Three, to explain something, okay? To explain something, okay? So I'm going to write it here. Relative clauses. relative clauses. Okay, number one, to give extra information. Number two, that is necessary to mention in a sentence, okay? And number three, that it's about describe a noun, okay? Describe a noun. Okay, so okay, example. Let's talk about the extra information. Let's talk about the extra information. Let's see. Teacher Fatima's cell phone. That is blue. That is color blue. Is the new, is the best cell phone in El Salvador. It's an example, right? Because it's not the best one. Okay, teacher Fatima's cell phone that is color blue is the best cell phone in El Salvador. Okay, that's an example, okay? So what is the relative pronouns? What is the relative clause? What is the relative clause? That, thank you. That is the relative clause. And what is the extra information? The extra information is, that is color blue. That is the extra information. Because I can just say, teacher Fatima's cell phone is the best cell phone here in El Salvador. Okay? Or the cell phone that teacher Fatima has is the best cell phone here in El Salvador. Okay? So you can just say that. Okay, that is about number one, to give extra information. Okay? Okay, now let's go with number two. That is necessary in a sentence. Something that is necessary in a sentence. Okay? Example. Example. My sister is the girl who has the longest hair in my house. This is when you write something that is necessary to write in a sentence when you describe the noun, okay? Example, my sister is the girl who has the longest, el cabello más largo, the longest hair in my house. Okay, because she has long hair. Okay, so here, what is the relative pronouns or the relative clause? Who, okay. Yes, and if you see, it's necessary because you are adding, you are describing her, okay? Okay, now let's see the last one. The last one is about describing a noun, okay? Example. Let's see. Let's describe a place. Describamos un lugar. And a school. What is a school for you? ¿Qué es una escuela para ti? Español, ¿qué es una escuela para ti, Pablo? Muchas cosas, ok. Jimmy, ¿qué es una escuela para ti? Ok. Daniel, ¿qué es una escuela? ¿En serio? Ok. And that is for you. Por eso les pregunto de forma individual, porque cada quien tiene su propio concepto de. ¿Ok?
No, yo digo que la
That's why. That's why I am asking you. Yes? Okay, what is a school? Ah, ¿qué me dijiste hasta el principio? Es un lugar, thank you. Is a place, como estamos hablando que es un lugar, ¿cuál ocupo? Which, what, which, where, that, who, where, porque son lugares que estoy describiendo. And school is a place where. ¿Qué me dice? Ok, ¿qué me dijo? Okay. Where you can learn how to be responsible and to behave well. Comportarse bien, okay? What is a place? Ah, a place is a school is a place where you can learn how to be responsible and to behave well. What is a cell phone? A cell phone is an object that is used to communicate to other people. What is a book? A book is an object that is used for studying or to discover new words. What is a desk? A desk is an object that is used to write in a notebook. Example, right? Okay, so where is the relative pronouns? Hello? Questions about?
Yes, teacher. I got a question. Is why why name is relative clause?
I don't know. Remember that we don't write the names of those words. Son cláusulas relativas. That means that you can describe things or objects according to something. What is the second question?
Is what's the difference between the living words and relative?
What is the difference between
Linking words.
linking words?
Yes.
Okay, linking words join two sentences into one when you want to emphasize or describe something else. And the relative clauses is just used to describe something else. For example, if you ask me, teacher, what is the meaning of? Got it. Tú me preguntas qué significa got it, right? Ok, entonces yo bien te puedo responder, got it is a word that is used to say understand. That is used to say understand. Ocupé got. Pero solamente te dije understand. Dice, that is the word, right? Yes? So here when you use relative clauses, we don't use linking words. Sometimes, dependiendo de lo que estás escribiendo. The last one.
The last question.
Last question.
The last question is relative clauses used for describe the second or third or don't describe.
Yeah. You can describe you too. To give extra information about something or someone. Example, I am the best student who had the best grade in the classroom. I am the student who had the best score, the best grade, the best average in the classroom. Average, promedio. Got it? No?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, now, homework. Me la mandaste ayer, ¿verdad? Sí, me mandaste los audios.
Teacher, other question. Relative clauses don't change. Solamente le tiene que agregar una S para que sea.
No, relative clause is a relative clause. It doesn't change. No. She was working. We have taken. He has had starts. Homework. Vaya. Tarea número 2, que va directa a su sus notas de portal. Ok. Es el siguiente. Open your book. Open your book. If you have your book, open it. Okay. Open your book. I'm going to tell you which is going to be the homework. Okay. Book 2A. Okay, so open your book on page. Open your book on page number 33. Page number 33. It says vocabulary, sports, and games. We have basketball, water polo, volleyball, handball, football, cycling, sailing, figure skating, swimming, diving, scuba diving, kayaking, canoeing, rowing, running, archery, horse riding, motor race, boxing, judo, climbing, shot putting, wrestling, ice hockey, weightlifting, equestrian, javelin throwing, discus throwing, and hammer throwing. Guys, I need you to select one of these. Okay, I need you to select 2 of these vocabulary. Okay, 2 of this vocabulary about these sports and game, except basketball, volleyball, football, and cycling, because that's easy. Okay, so I needed to select water polo, handball, sailing, and the other one. Okay, but not basketball, volleyball, and football, and cycling. No. Okay, so I needed to select 2 of this vocabulary, and I need you to create a video describing what is this vocabulary for you. Okay, so it means that you have to give examples and you have to describe them using relative clauses. Example, basketball. Basketball is a game that is funny and relaxing. Also, you can score it in baskets to get more points. Okay, so you have to describe what is that game for you. Okay, so you have to send a video to describe what is that game for you. You got it? Yes? Okay. Oh, here. Sorry? You can record 1 video or 2 videos depending on how much you talk. If your video is more than 1 minute, split them. Try to do one for one thing and the other one for the. So you can say you can send me 2 videos, or if you want, you can send just one. Monday or Sunday or Monday. Okay. So I'm going to add. Voy a poner este contenido en el classroom. Okay. So homework. Create a video Oops. Which page? Number 31? 30? 33, thank you. Number 33. Okay. Select two sports or games except, voy a poner aquí, basketball, volleyball, yeah, football, because that's easy for you to describe, and cycling, thank you. En cycling, ok, se los pongo así entre asteriscos para que vean que sí, que esto no quiero que ustedes lo describan, ok. Okay. So that is going to be about here. Use the relative clauses to describe them. Okay. Yes. Okay, that is going to be the homework. And besides that, complete page number 32. Complete page number 32 and write 5 sentences using relative clauses, adding more information in sentences. Example. My sister who is a cashier works in a supermarket. What is the extra information? Cashier. Who is a cashier is the extra information. Okay? Yes? Okay, that is going to be the homework for tomorrow. Questions? Doubts? No? Okay, so guys, thank you so much for coming, for being responsible, and